Okay, good morning everybody. I wanted to show you quickly how to use Microsoft Teams to teach a class. We're going over very basic information. I'm not going to get too in the depth on different techniques for now. I'm just going to show you some basic things to get you started. The assumption that I'm making when you're watching this video is that you already have your login and password, and you've at least tried to log in one time into Teams per the email that was sent from Comm Squadron. In any case, I'll make when we start here, it'll come up and ask you to sign in if you haven't already. So I'm going to do that now. Okay. Enter in the password when it requests it. I think mine's already in here, so it may not ask me. All right. Okay, when you show up in here, one of the first things you want to do if you've never done it before is you'll see these icons along the left-hand side. You want to click on Teams. You will want to add a team if you hadn't already, and you see the Join Create Team down here in the bottom corner. And in our case, you'll want to add this 479 STUS and 479 STUS Civilian Simulator Instructor. And you can do that by simply typing into search 479 STUS, and then it'll pop up. And now I've already joined the team. You'll have one that simply says 479 STUS. You want to hit the join team icon for that one. Then you'll have another box here that says 479 STUS Simulator Instructor CSI. You want to hit join that team. Those are the basic ones you want to join. Now, let's take a look at your left-hand side, because that's how you'll be using to get organized. You'll see that it says 479 STUS. This little arrow expands it, and sometimes these classrooms will be hidden. You want to make sure that you can see those classrooms. So if they were hidden down here and you wanted to see them, you simply click Show, and then it'll appear up here permanently for you, okay? Now, let's talk about how to start a class, academic class from within here. The easiest way to do that is to first go to your slideshow that you want to open. If you're doing this from your government computer at work, you can do it off the network. Otherwise, you're going to need to have it on your computer somewhere. So I already have these on my computer, and so today I'm going to open up the SY 180 review slides, which I think is one of the first classes that will be utilizing this new method. And you can open it up. You can even start the slideshow. For today, though, I'm just going to leave it open and in the background, okay? And what we will do is I'm going to go back to Teams here. And you can see down here in the bottom, there's my PowerPoint on the desk ready to start whenever I am. And then I have my team, Microsoft Teams, which I just opened here. All right, so what you want to do is on the schedule, it'll tell you what classroom you're assigned, and you can see that I have all the classrooms here. For today, for our example, I'm going to use Classroom 2. Okay, and so I've clicked on Classroom 2. It opens another window here on the right, and you can see you have posts, files, wiki, meeting notes. All we care about is posts for now. All right, and what we're going to do is we're going to set up a meeting, and so you say meet now. All right, around the time your meeting is going to start, and you can start this early, like before the time your class starts, and the students will join from the classroom. I'll show you what it looks like here in a minute, but essentially you hit meet now, and it'll start the class. You can give the class a name, so we'll say SY180 test. You see me, the cursor was already there. I just hit start. You can turn on your camera or you can turn it off. Some of your government computers don't have it. You can also schedule it for a later time. So if you're trying to get set it up in the morning and schedule it for later. As a matter of fact, I'll just show you what that looks like. But you can just simply click Meet Now and the meeting will be started, okay? So let's look at what the schedule a meeting looks like just so you guys are familiar. But I click Schedule a Meeting, SY180 Test. Make sure it has the right classroom selected. And if not, you'll be able to delete this and dial it in. Anyway, let's just say it's for 11:30, which is currently 9 minutes from now. The time doesn't matter because as long as the students can see that it's today and roughly the time it's going to start, it doesn't mean you won't be allowed to start the meeting till then. You can start it right now. And so I'll show you what I mean by that. And anyway, just hit schedule. You don't have to do anything else. And then what you're seeing here is I scheduled the meeting right here. So when the students come in, all they have to do is click, and if you didn't see what I did there, I just clicked on the banner. It opened up a window just like you're seeing here, and I say join. So here we go. We're joining a meeting. It's going to come to a screen, which we're not in the meeting yet. You can turn on and off your video here. You can shade your background if you want. You can mute or talk here as you see fit. Anyway, and then join. Now, as the students start to join, you will see them populate and show participants on the left-hand side. We're looking at currently in the meeting. The suggestions don't matter. So as your students come in, you'll see them join. And then when they're ready, you're good to go. Now, even before they join, you can start getting the presentation available to them. So let's look at what that's going to look like. So in our case, we want to share our screen. Okay, that's what's going to allow us, just like you probably remember from Zoom. Zoom is the same way. And you can see that I can share my desktop, or I can just open a window that's already open. So in our case, you can see as I scrolled down here, I already have my review slides. If you remember me opening them earlier, I already have them displayed. So I click, and there it is. It's up, and it's telling me in this little box here that it's already going. I'm already presenting from it. So now I'll just click on my presentation mode, and I'm showing everything to the students, and now it just works like PowerPoint. You click your arrow keys to move through as you see fit. When you're ready to stop the screen, you could come over here or hang up on everybody and close the meeting. You would hit that. When you want to stop sharing, for some reason you want to go do something else, you would click stop sharing here. And that is about it. Chats are not easy to do in Teams, or in Teams here, but it is available. You'd have to click the box just like I did and then show conversation. And then over here, the students could chat to you. That is, like I said, one of the challenges, but it does work. All right, now going back to our presentation, I want to show you some of the things that PowerPoint can do that you may not be aware. Follow my mouse button here down into the bottom left-hand corner, and you'll see that the third button in looks like a little pin. So I'm going to choose the pin button, and you saw that there's also different colors. So I'm going to stick with red for now, but now I can draw up here if I want. And so it's not perfect, but you can circle some stuff on the screen. You can even try and write in words, but it is a little hard to do with your mouse. iPads, you can do it with your finger. It's a little bit easier, but for government computer use, that's like beyond the scope of what I want to get into today. Another feature that you can do is you see I'll click here, and I can erase all that ink that I put up. Another feature is maybe I just want a blank slate to write on. So down again on these icons, as you go through, you want to come all the way over to these three dots. Click on the three dots. It's not wanting to click for me. There it is. I clicked on the three dots. You go to Screen, and you say black or white screen. Let's just do a white screen for today. And now it's kind of like a blank whiteboard, and you can draw for your students, draw a little, whatever you need. So I'll just draw a little runway or something. Anyway, and then you hit, to go back, you simply hit the escape key. And now you're back to your slideshow, and you go through as you see fit. Okay, and here's the drawing stuff again. Simply, you can draw on here if you want. Be like, look at this button, guys, whatever you need. You can, let me show you some of the other features in here. You can do a laser pointer. You can be like, all right, guys. Laser pointer, I think, is kind of a pain to use. So my personal recommendation is just realize that when your mouse is operational, they're seeing the arrow. So you can be like, all right, guys, there's the word disengage or whatever it is you're talking to them about. All right, now, like I said, when the meeting's over, you just simply hit this hang up button. And that's going to close everybody out. It's going to turn your camera off, but it won't close your screen, so your PowerPoint presentation. So you want to come out of that. And that's it. You can see that the SY180 test meeting ended. We're on there 4 minutes, and then that's pretty much the end of it. That's all I got. I just wanted a very simple document to show you guys how to do to get in here to at least start a meeting and do a class. It'll be a learning process, so we'll carry on. All right, guys.